Hi YouTubers, this is Steph again. I can be found on my Facebook on Stefan the Candy Nagel. A while back in 2012, I had to deal with my sibling Erica, who went on it was like called Life Changers, and she's still on YouTube with me. It states that apparently I was only told half the story because that's what it was. It wasn't a real, per se, like story, you know. It was an actual 90% fallacy. Eric had Klinefelter syndrome as a man, was born as a man, and at the age of almost 15 lived with my mom. The reason why Eric got to live with my mom is because of one reason, is because he had so much trouble with the law. They had since closed and sealed all of Eric's files because Eric's been in prison twice. Now Eric has changed his whole attitude and everything. He's now a woman going under Erik-uh, and we went to Life Changers, and I was only told part of the story in which Eric said that he was brought up by our mom and she knew he was boathy and everything. What Eric didn't state was that he had a fake, that's not a real birth certificate. My mom went to prison for making fake birth certificates, and that's exactly what happened. My mom had apparently had that, not on her, but Eric had found it and used that. Eric had a friend in my college who was, she was not Hawaiian, but Chinese, and she said she was a hermaphrodite. She was a real live hermaphrodite. Her and Eric were in cahoots, so she had given her blood specimens so Eric could be a hermaphrodite. They had found out, of course, that Eric's not a hermaphrodite. Eric's a trainee. That's fine. But what was told in the whole thing was Eric wanted me to divorce my husband because he's old, and that she told me if I didn't do what she wanted me to do, I couldn't be on a reality show. And I really didn't want to be on someone's reality show. If I wanted to get rid of my husband and my kids and do what she wants, for what? You know, I wasn't receiving any money. To go on the show, it was supposed to be for I felt more like an actress than an actual person. And I told Erik-uh, that I couldn't be lying. There's no way I can want to lie and state that I am going to state that you were born both male and female, when in reality you weren't born both male and female. You were born a male, and you wanted to be a female because you had Klinefelter syndrome, you had a breast done, and all the other stuff. But if you're going to sit there and say all this and you know, literally have where it makes people think, you know, and the family, and my dad said, if you're going to be doing all this, then what's going to happen is he's going to disown you for lying. And he pretty much did that. And I couldn't deal with being stalked, and I couldn't deal with you calling my daughter obese and calling me obese and everything else, and telling me to divorce my husband. And it just got to the point where I took an acting, and the class that I met her friend who's a hermaphrodite, which was dealing with, you know, a different part of my life, and it was in a college class. I couldn't believe it. She had said, yeah, I know your sister. Yeah, we're you know, I know what she's all about. Yeah, I want money, and I want fame, and I want it all. And I said, you don't deal with Erik-uh because you won't get any of it. So, to be on the honest fact, I have cut ties with my sibling Erik-uh, not because I want to be mean, because I got tired of her messing with my life. The last straw was with my daughter, and that was when she decided to tell neighbors a bunch of funky stories that weren't true, and then turn around and no one would play with Natasha over Oak Hills. When I moved, I didn't tell her, and I will never tell her where I live. As far as I'm concerned, I tell people that Eric died. My brother died. And I do not deal with Erik-uh We call Erik-uh, because of the fact of what she's done so maliciously. I feel sorry for Dr. Drew believing her because she's been in and out of therapy. She's caused her family so much problems and money that my dad and I were saying this. I said, she literally stopped me. It got to the point where I was keeping track when she was sitting at the end of my driveway. And then 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, driving her motorbike almost in my backyard, causing my dogs all kinds of problems and getting them all riled up. It's just all kinds of things that I had to deal with. And I feel sorry that anyone who believes Erik-uh, because that person really is a big dark cloud. And right now I'm just thinking of a healthier lifestyle. I've been walking a lot with my cart over here. I have my cart over here at the, right over here. And I walk with it. And this is it. So as far as I'm concerned, I exercise 6 to 7 days a week, an hour, and I watch what I eat. I'm total vegan, and I really appreciate you listening to this. So, I'm just hoping that this lets out a lot of steam, and have a great cosmic day.